Ma. I'm so done. Let me be serious. Welcome to the Friday Night Lineup, a show about two friends reminiscing on TV shows and movies from our childhood and teenage years that will typically air on a Friday night. This week's episode is a cult classic, a zillennial favorite, High School Musical. We talked about the HSM mania that happened at our middle school, and we played a game, possibly a new segment, ? This game is called This or That, and we chose sides on polarizing topics in the HSM fandom. We hope you enjoyed as much as we did, and with that, roll the intro. P.S. Sharpay is, in fact, the victim. Okay, now roll the intro.
Hi,
It's
Jessica,
I'm Shrissa.
and this is the Friday Night Lineup.
Boy, has it been a journey to record this one.
Back
Let me
on
tell ya.
Zoom. This
Yes.
episode is cursed. Not for you guys, for
I know,
us.
you're fine. Needless to say, this was supposed to be our first episode. Not only it was supposed to be our first one in person, but then Backyardigans kicked off, and then reboots kept happening. So then we pushed this. So this has been a work in progress since May. And now at the end of July, we finally got around to it. But it's a good one. High School Musical. What time is it? Summertime.
Bruh,
It's our vacation.
I wish. Dude, I wish I had summer vacation anyways.
Wait, hold on. I know we're not talking about the second movie, but one gripe that I have is like, how dare they come out with a summer anthem like What Time Is It? And just High School Musical 2 in general. Literally our first week back to school. I was so pissed. Like, how dare you?
One thing I do want to let everyone know, as you all have known, not a big fan of musicals.
Yes.
But
Is this the only exception?
it kind of is, and because it's not really, I mean, it is a musical, but it's not like obnoxiously like a musical. Like there's some actual kind of story to it a little bit.
Because their music, even though it seems random at times, when I actually went back through everything, every song has a purpose. Like, if we're talking about the first movie here. And so Start Us Something New. This is them this Troy and Gabriella getting introduced to each other as the start of something new. Little did they know they're going to make $1 million franchise and be on this journey for 3 movies. Yeah. And then Get Your Head in the Game is like, I'm deciding.
I really like that song. I'm not going to lie.
A lot of people don't.
I like that song. And then that's when I started. I never followed after, like, I didn't watch 2 or 3. Didn't watch them. I only watched the first one, but I didn't watch it when it came out. I think I watched it the summer after when 2 came out, but I didn't watch 2. And because I had to, because they came out when we were in 6th grade, right? Or 7th. Oh, so then I guess I did watch it when it came out.
Yeah.
Because I was with my neighbors and they were younger, so they was like, let's watch it. And I was like, fine. One thing I do want to note, and you'll be very excited, maybe. I don't know.
Yay!
I don't know. We'll see. After the first one, I really got into Corbin Bleu. So when did Corbin Bleu go solo?
As you should go solo.
Not solo, but
I'm like, he was in a group.
When did he a branching? Because it wasn't like Disney music. It was like his own thing.
I
started getting into his music, and then Vanessa Hudgens.
Basically, what we're gonna do is dance.
So, not gonna lie, I did have a moment there. Very small moment.
Oh, man.
Very small moment in my 1 gigabyte iPod.
You had sneaker night?
It was over. I'm not contesting anything. I plead the 5th. All I'm saying.
I wanted Echo Red shoes because of her.
But
I was ready to have some neon glowing shoes because of Vanessa Ann Hudgens. Before we get into like how adults think of this, what were like some favorite parts, or like, do you remember the experience of getting into High School Musical as a middle schooler?
not really, honestly. It's such a blur. But I remember everyone's obsession with Zac Efron. It was so annoying. I was like, he ain't even all that cute, but whatever. To each his own. And then just the overall obsession with the movie was like what kind of was turning me off. I was like, a musical and then a sing-along. I was like, are you kidding me?
That was like the best part of it. I just love, well, like, you know, having friends over, even if you're just chilling in your own living room, family room, wherever you got your TV. And like, I was personally more of a fan of the dance along and the pop-up edition.
See, but listen to what you said. How many versions of the music of the movie came out? It was a sing-along.
I'll get into it.
Okay.
It wasn't. It's just one version of it. But this thing that Disney was doing in like the early 2000s with their DCOMs, well,
they were musicals, capitalizing on their monies.
I mean, I think it was more so pushing the content out because like we didn't get anything from it.
Kids sell.
Yeah, it was them pushing
money.
It was them pushing the content on us. We weren't getting any we weren't giving any money. We're giving a view. But
that counts.
I'm like, and that only counts for so much at this point when they had such a
and they weren't streaming before, so you had to get like a DVD.
Yeah, and these were like your only chances of seeing the movie. In the early 2000s, mid 2000s, whenever there was a new DCOM that was specifically a musical, they would do like a weekend thing because like Jessica said, you can barely see this movie unless you recorded it or like on a VHS or bought the DVD. So they had I believe the pop-up edition was its own thing. That would be like the last day. Then they would have the sing-along and dance along, which is like, it was like the same day. So they would have like karaoke style words at the bottom of the screen so you can sing along to the songs. And then like in between, instead of commercials, they would have like the cast teaching you how to do a popular dance, which in this case it was We're All in This Together.
Did you learn any?
Yes. And I had the Wii game.
Show us.
I don't remember it.
Darn.
Sorry. And I had the game on Wii, but because I told my parents, I'm like, I just want any game. Like, I don't care. They're like, any game? I'm like, yeah. So I got High School Musical 1 and 2 dance, like a Just Dance type game.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I really knew We're All in This Together because I had some experience, but we'll get into it a little later because there is a debate on it. But yeah, as far as me as a kid, yeah, I like that whole premiere weekend experience that you would get. I wasn't too into the whole merchandise of it all. Like, I wasn't a Troy Bolton girl. I was more of a Chad because Corbin Bleu, I'm sorry, he was better in the movie. And there wasn't much merch on him. It was just like, we're going to sell Zac Efron.
They pushed Zac Efron.
Like, I think he had a doll. Like, I think Corbin Bleu had a doll. I know for sure everybody had that Troy Bolton doll. They had the Tooth Tunes toothbrush, which I really wanted. I was like, no. Hum in your head. But that was like new technology.
There was.
Because like, I don't know if people know Tooth Tunes, but basically, I think like the main two I remember, the main two I remember was High School Musical and Hannah Montana. And like, you would brush your teeth, and when the toothbrush got in contact with your tooth, you heard the song in your head. And it was supposed to be like, no one else can hear it, but like, you faintly hear like,
oh my God.
or like,
take it.
Like, what is that? Faintly. So my friend had it, and I was like, Oh, wait, you can hear it. I thought it was like my own personal party
No,
experience.
you thought.
I'm like, man, my mom was right. I could just hum it in my head.
Exactly. And it's better because it's your version.
Yes.
No, I remember you. Let's go back to middle school years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when everyone had those character backpacks? Like Toy Story, like the really kiddie backpacks.
Yeah,
in
I don't
middle
know
school.
why I was, and then they like hiked it up to like here. I don't know what. I don't think I participated in the trend, even though I really wanted to. But I don't think
I feel
did.
like I did. I don't think I did because I had a JanSport.
Are you talking about like the mini ones, or literally like a fifth grader? I mean,
like a fifth,
a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Backpack. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Tinkerbell one that everyone had, like that jaw, like the yeah.
Wait.
You're welcome for the memory because I just thought of it right now.
Yes. The well, yeah, jawstring. I didn't have like a backpack.
It was just like a drawstring thing.
But I would have that on like field trips and stuff. That wouldn't be like my
that was my everyday backpack because I was with the trends.
Yeah,
like
when
a dummy.
When the drawstring backpack became a thing, I'm like, y'all tripping. I get we have a locker, but I personally had trust issues.
Dude, to take your stuff in all that. Anyways, my point is, I don't want to go on a whole tangent because we always do.
I know. That's the best part.
That's it. But my whole point of it was, I feel like I saw some High School Musical backpacks. I feel like
I'm thinking of the mini, like, you know, a mini backpack.
I think it was the mini backpack,
not so much a drawstring.
It wasn't
or like a
big one,
like a big Blues Clues
no,
like type backpack.
It was the small ones, and I was like, for what? What are you gaining at this? I get it, you love it, but come on. Yeah, I hated all the merch. The jackets, the shirts.
More of the jackets.
It's not a jacket.
I remember more of the what's it called? Stationery. Like a binder. Their notebooks were top tier. I believe I had a notebook because I loved that like binder paper sketch style. Like I really liked it. So I believe I either had a folder or a notebook. Pencils, obviously. I remember people, if they didn't have the actual binder, when you would make collages on like a piece
on
of
your
printer
binder
paper,
yes,
and then slip it into the slot. People would have like High School Musical stickers and like cutouts from like Tiger
the good old
days.
The good old days.
So yeah, there was
back
ways of working around
times.
it. Ancient. How dare you?
We're old news, man. We're old news.
We're old news.
We're not the young ones going into the jobs anymore.
Oh my God.
We're not.
Anywho, there was ways to still be in the fandom, I guess, or like express interest or fandom culture on a budget.
You wasn't like High School Musical.
Yeah, I rep High School Musical.
Is what it was.
Yeah,
like I stand by this.
If you had a printer, you were good to go.
You was good to go.
Yes.
Because black and white was cool, but if you had color, golden. Exactly. Let me tell you. But yeah, I just remember the obsession with a lot with it. And I was just like, it's cool. Like I'm not gonna be like, I want High School Musical everything. Because I feel like if you think about it, High School Musical is like that cusp of like childhood, because it's not really high school, let me tell you. It ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't high school.
I think I saw a TikTok on that. Like it was saying that this isn't really like high school
at all.
Problems.
At all.
Yeah.
And it was I feel like it's one of those movies like you're going through the changes of life and you're on the cusp of a teenager, preteen area. So at me, I think it caught me at my preteen, and then I was like, I'm good. I'm done. I'm okay. I'm good off this. I'm good off one.
It was like a weird experience of being like in middle school seeing this. I think the one thing that was relatable in a sense because like in middle school you really get this shown firsthand was the clickiness and was like this is who you are, you stay in this bubble.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's different for different experiences, but I've saw more people being able to float around. It wasn't like you're the basketball player, you're not allowed to bake cookies. Like I didn't like you didn't really have that.
I think we were like one of the last. I don't know. I don't want to speak like that, but like,
yeah,
I know our classes, like from 9th grade and up, like, and then everyone else coming in after. So like 09 and forward, I didn't see there was that much clickiness like that. Like, I mean, there was clickiness, but there wasn't like, oh, the jocks and oh, the nerds. And I mean, we all know, we know, but it wasn't like like you weren't boxed in to a specific, you know, little subculture. Yeah. So I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That wasn't very accurate because I saw that like my whole life up until
and it could be just like where we're from.
Yeah, too. That too.
But transitioning back into the topic at hand, actually, one fun fact that I have that's a personal fun fact. I was in a production of High School Musical. In college, I was able to do theater. I did it for 2.5 years. We had what's it called? A showcase. So like we take excerpts of different plays and musicals and all that other stuff. So we did stick to the status quo. And I don't know why, but I always get the roles that are dudes. I'm like, can I be a girl for once? And I think it was because I brought this on myself. This was the very first thing I did was stick to the status quo. And so I think I just brought it upon myself to cast myself as the dude because the character in the original was a dude. I was one of the ensemble characters for the skater crew. And I was the one that was like a song. And so I was like, he's a dude, I'm gonna play a dude. And they're like, well, you play a dude well, you're always gonna be a dude. I'm like, well, great, I did that to myself.
I've been boxed in now.
I've been boxed in.
I can't branch out.
But yeah, that was like so funny. I got referenced to a saw for like a good year.
Nice.
Like, but yeah, I was in a little mini High School Musical. Which was pretty fun to bring it full circle.
That's cool. That's kind of cool. That's really cool, actually, because you were like a fan. So it's like,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I would say let's backtrack a little bit and then continue the fun fact train. How do you think High School Musical held up now?
For me, it did. It was cool. It was like a solid movie. But it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I need to watch this. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't watch movies religiously all the time anyways, but it's like, it wouldn't have been like a choice. Like if it wasn't for this podcast, I would have probably never revisited the movie, or maybe like revisited the movie if I was just out of ideas of what to watch. But I think it's a good movie. It has a good story. It was good for its time. I mean, it could be timeless, but it's a little dated too.
I think it is timeless. That was the one thing I was gonna say. I think it's multi-generational. Yeah, especially now that they have a
like the emotions and all that, like all that stuff.
Like the technology is different. We don't have flip phones and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it is something that people can watch, like Gen Z can really get into, like younger Gen Z, because this was for older Gen Z, like when it came out, like the elementary school kids. Yeah, I think it lives up, but it hits the heartstrings more if you have nostalgic ties to it. Like, I don't know how people are on YouTube, like YouTube culture or like YouTubers, but I remember seeing Erin of Vlog Squad fame. She for her bachelorette party was in Utah, and they went to the High School Musical school because you're able to go. And so like every millennial is like, I need to go to the High School Musical school. And I'm like, it seems weird.
It's like the Twilight Town.
Yeah. So like in theory, I would want to see it in person. I don't want to go in because it's an active school.
Oh wow.
It's still a school.
Oh wow.
Like, even I don't even know how the Disney Plus show, because I don't feel like saying all those letters, they can film
High School Musical, the musical.
High School Musical, the series. But yeah, they do, like, they still have school, and like there's tours and stuff like that, or like you're able to walk around. Sharpay's locker is still there.
Oh wow.
I don't know if a kid has it. That'll be like so cool if like they auction it off every year. Like,
hey, who wants this one?
Yeah, but
that's cool.
It has good nostalgic ties. I think it can is multi-generational. It can cross a lot of different generations, where the plot itself is pretty timeless. It's not like a 2000s issue.
It's not like what's that movie called?
I don't know why Xenon came to my mind.
Yes, it did. It did.
Okay,
like that's Xenon? Very like,
yeah,
you know, like 90s, early 2000s. Like you're like, oh, this is,
and it was made. It was made well.
It was made well, but
that's
it's
Kenny
not
Ortega
like
for you. So like,
it's not timeless.
All this stuff, yeah.
But
another thing I wanted to add was on the subject of like the bachelorette party and stuff like that. I feel like High School Musical is such a great like party thing for people to do, because I've been seeing a lot of TikToks lately where people are like, there's like two things. So it's either one, they're like a Disney Channel character or something like that, and they're like, I'm Hannah Montana, and I think that Sharpay is going to get the drunkest tonight. Like those.
Yeah.
Those are so funny to me. And then like there's the other one where there's like everybody dresses up as like a name. So it's like a Joe party.
Oh yeah,
and
like
so,
a Joe party. Yeah, I've seen those.
And I'm like, those are such good ideas. And I want to do both, but I'm like, I need more than 2 friends. So I'm like, that is such a good, like,
it's okay, I'm making you another friend so he can be part of it too. So now you got 3.
My nephew is my friend.
Yes, he will.
Oh my gosh.
And make him like a Zach party and make him Zac Efron.
Could you do a Zach party? I feel like I only know 3 famous. Well, that's all we need.
Yeah. That's it.
Zac
Efron, a party.
Zach from Zach and Cody.
Yep.
Zach Morris.
Yep.
That's all you need. Zach and Wheezy. We can find someone else.
Zach and Wheezy. Oh, what's his name from the Hangover? The one that was
Zach Galifianakis.
Yep, that's another Zach.
We're having a Zach party, everyone. Yeah. Everyone's invited.
Yep.
Comment down below what Zach you will be. Let's get back to the fun facts. One thing is that we found out when we were exchanging notes that we watched the same video.
For the facts.
Yes. If I find it again, I'll link it in the show notes in the description below. But the first thing is High School Musical was the working title of the movie, and they decided to keep it.
It just stuck.
Which I'm so glad. Like, what else would you name
Yeah,
it?
like what else would you exactly? That was my whole thing. Like when I saw it, I was like, what else? What?
I can't think of anything else.
I don't know.
It's High School Musical.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But also some like acting and roles notes that we had, or fun facts that we had, is Matthew Underwood, who was Logan on Zoe 101, was offered the role of Troy, but he couldn't take it because of his contract with Nickelodeon and Zoe 101.
Imagine. I
wouldn't have liked it.
Me either. Because he already has like it. You already have this thought of like him being like the bad guy. So it's kind of like he's really a good guy. Like, yeah, like not a good guy, but like, you know, like a lead, and like I don't know. It maybe in an alternate universe, but not.
And that's one thing I was gonna say about the alternate universe. There was another one that I saw on TikTok that I forgot to mention. They were saying that Naya Rivera was offered Gabriella but didn't take it, and then now I'm trying to wonder in a world where Logan and Santana are Troy and Gabriella.
Dude, no way.
What?
It's like a twisted High School Musical.
Yes.
Doesn't
That's
make
if
any sense.
If High School Musical was on CW, that's literally what
Yes.
that's what
perfect.
we needed. Oh my gosh.
That's what it is.
The next one is Ashley Tisdale originally auditioned for Gabriella, and Corbin Bleu actually was going to audition for Chad. For Ryan.
Oh.
And then he saw Lucas Gabriel like perform and he was like, I think I'm gonna do Chad instead.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, wow, I couldn't picture a Corbin Bleu as a Ryan.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense.
The casting director knew what they were doing. This was like pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the last one that I'm pretty sure everyone knows, but if you don't, sorry to spoil and ruin your childhood. But in the first movie, that is not Zac Efron singing. That is Drew Seeley.
That was news to me.
Yeah. You heard his voice in a lot of DCOMs before. Like he was in, he sung Dance With Me in Cheetah Girls 2. He did a couple more. And like once you hear his voice, you're like, oh yeah, that's Drew Seeley. And like even on the tour, he was the one that was on the tour. Zac Efron wasn't on tour.
Yes.
And so people were like, where's Zac? I'm like, well, if you want to hear the singing,
that is him.
But yeah, that was so crazy. I was like, wow. But Zac Efron did sing originally in the first movie in 2 songs. He did The Start of Something New and Breaking Free. And then like that weird part when he comes into Gabriella's room.
Oh.
And see, like the start of something new. That part is so
he
funny
wanted to be serious. He wanted to be taken serious.
New. Like, dude, seriously.
So somber.
Between that and when Coach Bolton is like, Darbus, what the heck are those two doing in the tree? Those are my favorite parts. I still cry to this day laughing because it is just so funny. But
oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's all the fun facts we have, but I do have a couple like little whoopsies that happened in production. So I didn't notice this until like an Instagram video a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
There was the part when like they when they're trying to not blow up the school, but like, you know, like they're like doing these things to like get people out of the gym and out of the classroom where the decathlon is. So when all the teammates from the game rush off the court, you see a guy on a camera and like an assistant camera operator with the wire.
Oh my god.
And then so like initially someone was like, oh, maybe it's the person like, you know, streaming up to the Jumbotron. 1, they don't have one. 2, you wouldn't have a Hollywood grade camera for a basketball game.
No.
And of course no, because I did that in college, like helping out with like the cord.
Oh,
because like it's a very long cord for you to go across the court. So like that is true. So like that's believable, but they weren't casting it anywhere. There was no monitors. So that was literally them getting a second angle from the
That's hilarious.
Movie. And it stayed in, which is hilarious. And another thing is Troy and Chad's number on their jersey changed throughout the movie.
Oh god.
So I think Troy's true jersey number is 14, but at some points you see it as 10. And I think Chad's is 15, but sometimes you see it as 8.
What?
So
somebody didn't do the dry cleaning. So they had to switch up the numbers, it looks like.
I mean, maybe they were practice jerseys and it was whenever they're in practice they're wearing a 10, but everybody else was wearing the right number, so it doesn't make sense.
Maybe maybe that could be it, or like they were like, yeah, it's true, maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody messed up.
Some more things that I have, some fan theories.
Oh.
Is that one thing I want to get into first. What is the musical of High School Musical?
What do you mean?
No one knows. the thing they're auditioning for, we never see it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right.
And like, what kind of musical is where the start? I'm not the start of something new. Breaking Free, Bop to the Top, and what's the one that they sing? What I've Been Looking For? I think it's another name. Yeah, I don't think it's What I've Been Looking For.
Seem right.
I was listening. I was jamming out to the. Oh, it is What I've Been Looking For. Yeah, to the soundtrack before the call. So I just pulled up my Spotify. Yeah, it is What I've Been Looking For. What kind of musical do those three songs exist?
That's true.
Because for the audition, they had to give them the final callback. They had to give Sharpay and Ryan a song from the movie, from the musical, and they had to give Troy and Gabriella one.
That's funny.
So, like, what does Bop to the Top have to do with it? But there was a theory. Let me see. Do I have it? Oh yeah. It says that Twinkletown is actually a dark musical about the drug cartel.
What?
I have no follow-up. That's just what it is.
It is what it is.
They're saying Bop to the Top, funny. Breaking Free from the cartel, some other stuff. It was hilarious. So that was one fan theory. Another one is that High School Musical, the series itself, is actually a 3-part musical put on by fellow high schoolers. And like that's why they never see the actual musical. They bow when the curtain drops. So I don't know if you didn't see the third one, right? Mm-mm. So the third one, they're singing High School Musical and like doing all the thing at graduation. And like there's the iconic red curtain that's like in the background of everything drops, and then they're like looking out to the crowd and they bow. So it was like this was actually a musical put on by high schoolers, which is why the plot never really changes throughout the whole series. Like the formula of High School Musical is that Troy and Gabriella are in a relationship, and then there's some big high school stakes that happen. Then they break up, and then Gabriella sings by a locker. They're like, what team? Wildcats. And then they ruin Sharpay's dreams. That's literally all High School Musical is in every movie.
Yeah.
So
I didn't watch the other ones, but I can see that in the first one.
If you watch so I'll tell you the plot of the third one. The third one is it's their senior year.
Yeah.
Troy and Gabriella are in a relationship.
Okay.
Gabriella gets accepted into Stanford. And Troy wants to go to like University of Albuquerque or something like that. Okay. So they're going to be like 3,000 miles apart. Yeah. And so
they have to break up.
Yeah, they end up breaking up, and Gabriella actually leaves school early and starts at Stanford. She does some like 2-week program at Stanford. Yeah. She does a 2-week program at Stanford. And meanwhile there's a musical happening. And then they have like 3 freshmen, like a mini Sharpay, a mini Chad, and a mini Troy.
Oh my God.
And so they get involved in the musical, and then like they're trying to put on this musical thing. And how Sharpay's life is ruined is that Sharpay, Ryan, Kelsey are whatchamacallit, have not scholarships, but offers to get into Juilliard. Like, if you don't know, Juilliard is like a very prestigious arts, like creative arts school. Yeah, college, and they only accept, I think, 15 people a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, their classes are very small, or like 18 people, and then like their average graduating class is like 11. And so somehow 3 people from the same high school get offers for Juilliard, or like the scout is going to come and see this musical that they're putting on. And it turns out there's a 4th person who got a Juilliard application, Mr. Troy Bolton. So now he's like, do I get into Juilliard? Do I go to UC, not UC, University Albuquerque, all this other stuff. And then they end up breaking up, and she sings I think she sings by a tree in this one. And then at the end of the day, Sharpay's life gets ruined. She doesn't get into Juilliard. Spoiler alert, it's Kelsey and Ryan that get into Juilliard.
Dang.
And Sharpay is going to the University of Albuquerque to study musical theater education. So it's like kind of teed up that she's going to be a teacher, and these other three are going to be the new of the group.
Yeah.
Kind of like setting it up for a spinoff that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's 3 for you. And that's literally 2. And it's literally 1. It's just different setting.
Just different. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good job, Disney.
Yeah. Stick to what you know.
Yep.
I can't. Was it? Oh. I'll give you some options here.
Okay.
So, do you want to get into the drama of it all? Or play a wholesome little game? Or both?
Both.
All right, let's go with both. Let's start off with the drama. So, I was heartbroken. My childhood was ruined by this first one. But Ashley Tisdale and Lucas Gabriel didn't get along. And I was like, but they were such the best brother-sister. I forgot they were twins, first of all.
Yeah, they were twins.
So, like, they were like the best. And like it was, I think, the 10-year anniversary or something, like gearing towards it, when they sung their songs like in a 2016 lens or whatever. And they were like, yeah, we didn't like each other. Like they had an interview after. And I was like, I think it wasn't until about the end of the second movie, for sure the third movie they got along. But in that first movie they did not get along.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, because like you don't see it.
No.
But like
which is
a
good.
lot of stuff, yeah, that's
not like Cheese
really
Girls.
Good. Oh my god. But some stuff could be hidden because it was Sharpay was like the alpha in the situation.
Yeah.
It was just like her little, whatchamacallit? I don't know what to, sidekick brother.
Oh yeah.
No, like her sidekick brother just goes along with everything.
Just goes with her. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And another drama, which this was very pre-internet, so I don't know much about it, but it's in real life of Zach and Vanessa Hudgens, how they were dating. But also that it's rumored that Ashley Tisdale and Zac Efron dated. So that was like one of the OG Disney love triangles.
Oh.
And so I don't know much about that, so I'm gonna stop that. It's all alleged for entertainment purposes only. I don't know about their lives. Please don't cease and desist. But yeah, that's all the drama I had. I'm going to keep it light.
Nice.
Now, a new segment that's probably going to be very short-lived because I don't know where else this could be used. But a quick game of this or that. There are very polarizing things that happen in the High School Musical fandom, and I want to see what side of history you're on. So, first up, are you team pull or team punch? And this is for the dance, so I will get up to demonstrate.
Okay.
Either you are, and yes, I know if you're watching YouTube, I'm wearing weird clothing. But, okay, so either you do, we're all in this together, or you do, we're all in this.
No,
together.
It's the other way. It's the other way.
Ding, ding, ding. There's only one right answer, and you are right. It is team pull.
Yeah, it's pull. The other one was stupid.
That happened. It happened on TikTok. Because I was like, yeah, when I see people do the dance, sometimes they punch. I'm like, why are they punching?
Yeah.
You pull.
You're pulling. You're not punching. No.
But I know why.
Why?
Because
they didn't watch
what's her real name? No. They watched it too much, actually. They honed in on one specific person. Alessia, the one actress who plays Kelsey.
Okay. She was doing
punched.
It wrong.
She was the only one that punched. And so people were watching her and decided that they can punch too.
No. That's not right.
Are you team Troy and Gabriella or team Troy and Sharpay? I don't know if they have ship names. I feel like they will sound stupid. So I'm saying both names.
Troy and Gabriella.
some people like Troy and Sharpay
No,
together.
why? No, she was obsessed. No, that was a genuine love story. It was genuine. She just knew. He was like, wow. And, no.
I honestly, I am, just because I've been conditioned by Disney to say Troy and Gabriella. I feel like Troy and Sharpay would be less toxic of a relationship. Like, let's face it would just be...
She's so bossy.
Yeah, that's all it will be. And it was like, I'm not here for this. It will just end like, you're too bossy, versus like the low blows and all these musical numbers of like how I don't like you. I'm like, they kind of dug deep.
That's true.
So
very true.
It'll be less toxic.
Nah, agreed.
But yes, I'm still Troy and Gabriella.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. A very striking question: who was the villain of High School Musical? Is it Gabriella or is it Sharpay?
You would think that Sharpay is the bad guy, but I could see it being Gabriella being the bad guy because she like stole the part. And
it is definitely Gabriella.
Yeah,
they were just like, oh, she's the bratty, prissy one. She's bad. No, she's passionate. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she was like manipulative, especially like in the second movie, like getting them all not fired but disqualified in a sense where they couldn't perform at the little talent show thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so for that, yes, I understand, but like strictly going off the first movie, you're telling me that you did musicals since like elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
And you are clearly good at this. You are very passionate about it. You're very professional about it. You show up on time to auditions and everything. You're prepared. But it's the people who come in late, the people who don't even properly audition, that not only get a call back, get the part.
Yeah, like, that's true.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
Her dreams are crushed because of these slackers.
Yep, you're right.
I think that ties into the last thing. Who do you think was a better fit for the musical? Do you think it should have been Sharpay and Ryan as the leads of whatever Twinkletown is? Or do you think it should have been Troy and Gabriella? It's hard to say because we don't know what the heck Twinkletown is.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a say on what it should be.
I mean, going with the plot. Dang, that's a toughie. Are we
really? When I drop this bomb, it's not that much of a toughie.
Oh, okay.
Clearly, it should be Troy and Gabriella.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go with by default, but
because I don't know what this musical is about, but I feel like these people are supposed to be love interests, and I don't want the twins.
Yeah, that's what I was like. But they're brother and sister, so it's kind of weird.
This is so strange. That's the end of this or that. It looks like we're right.
You're wrong.
Shut
up.
Word to Eugene. To round off the episode, what would you rank? Not rank. What would you rate High School Musical 1?
Solid 7.5. Inching to an 8.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't score too high because I feel like in my personal ranking, this and 3 are kind of like up there.
Mm.
And so like if I would give, let's say, I don't even know how I would give 2. If I gave 2 like a 9, I feel like I would have to give this one like a 7.5 and give like 3 a 7. Like it's just like it's a little bit better than the third one. Yeah. But it's not 2. So yeah. That sounds about right.
At least we agree.
Yes. We also agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is the most we've agreed on an episode thus far. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode.
Yep.
Who knows what's to come?
I almost knocked my thing
We don't know
over.
how to use equipment anymore.
Nope.
But
we're messes.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Friday Night Lineup. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Friday Night Lineup, for the video version of this podcast. Also, make sure to follow our Instagram and Twitter at TFNL_pod for more updates. And while you're there, give us some suggestions on what we should watch next. Talk to you next week. Bye.